New Year's Day. So I thought, all my filming's been all over the place, and I've been really kind of struggling to figure out a good upload schedule and editing schedule, that kind of thing. Kind of feeling out what works, what doesn't. I know for a fact that uploading a week's worth of content in one go is not good because everyone's got TikTok brain now and they just want short form content or as short as possible. So yeah, that was a fail. I just didn't get as many views on that video as I would have done on others perhaps. So yeah, so I've scrapped that idea. So I thought, I'll film loads of short vlogs, or kind of separate what content I had filmed in long form and upload it as shorter vlogs. And it's doing a bit better, but vlogs don't do as well on YouTube anyway, or on social media anyway. So, you know, I mean, the performance of what I'm putting out isn't really that big a deal to me at the moment. You know, it does matter. If I'm filming stuff, then I do want people to see it, you know. But I'm not getting too bogged down with all that kind of thing. It's, you know, it is what it is. But I feel like if I'm going to do something, my kind of attitude to anything like this is, if I'm going to do something, then I want to kind of do it properly. so yeah, so that's where I am with that. So yeah, things have just been a little bit kind of wonky and all over the place. So I think I've just finished uploading the like Christmas stuff and that kind of thing. So I'm a bit behind everyone else on that side of things, but whatever. I've done it now. So the last weight update that I did was, that was 22nd, Sunday 22nd, just before Christmas. So I'd got to a 42-pound loss. And then I've not posted any other updates after Christmas. So that took us to the 29th, Sunday the 29th, which I got a 43-pound loss. So that, I'm quite chuffed with that. And that is because during Christmas, I was on my period. Just before Christmas was Hell Week. And then obviously added into that, you've got the temptation of shite everywhere. Alcohol's not a big thing for me anymore. It used to be. And I didn't wake up one day and say, right, I'm going to stop drinking. I just kind of went off it. I wasn't feeling good the day after. Nobody does, do they? But also, I found it was affecting my mental health in the long term. I'm a much different person than I was when I was drinking. And, you know, I wasn't drinking, well, I'm saying I wasn't drinking every day. At some points I was. And, you know, yeah, and then if I wasn't drinking every day, it was like the binge drinking. So I'd get to the weekend and just go absolutely crazy. And I just wasn't vibing with it anymore. You know, I'm too old for it. I found I'm a lot less anxious. I'm a lot happier in general. Not drinking. Loads of benefits to it. And, you know, I'm not criticising anyone who drinks or, you know, chooses to have a drink or two whenever. But for me personally, I just found that the way I was drinking and the kind of impact it was having was kind of, it was becoming an unbalanced situation. So So I've not had the temptation of alcohol really, because like I say, I'm not into drinking anymore. I'll probably have a couple of drinks tonight because we had planned a bit of an evening as a family. But that went really wrong because Luke ended up getting carried away at his auntie and uncle's house. And the influence of grandma as well. Kind of, the evening just went a bit wrong. And to be honest, I'm still not feeling 100%. I've got this lingering cold virus, whatever it is, trying to get me. Just feeling achy and hot and tired and headache and all of that. But I was thinking back to one of my older videos, and I remember saying that when the clocks change, I do suddenly start feeling shit, and I do. And I need to remember that, because I remember having a word with myself last year when I was feeling like this on and off. And I just said to myself, right, this is your default setting for winter. You're just going to have to kind of carry on and deal with it. So that's me in winter, I suppose. So I'm just dealing with it. So there was a bit of a dampener put on last night. So no kind of New Year's Eve as such. Like I say, I ended up in bed early because I was feeling shit, and Luke had a great evening. He's paying for it today. But yeah, so tonight we probably will have a few drinks, and I'll probably have one drink and want to go to bed. but that's me now, I suppose. Like I say, I'm getting old, so yeah. So I've not had the same temptation of alcohol added into kind of all of that potential weight gain that I could have had. Over December I've looked at my weigh-ins over from like the end of November to the end of December, and I probably lost about £9 altogether. It's quite hard to interpret on the Team RH app, because it does average weight losses and all of that. I'm still getting used to the app. I'm going to do a walk through that actually, which I'll add on to the end of this video, I think. So to say that I've lost about, what's my bloody hair doing? Say I've lost about £9 over the past month, added to the fact that it's been Christmas and hormone dramas. It's amazing. I've not put anything on. I've not even had a week where I've stayed the same. Let me just double check. No. So I've blooming smashed it. I'm really tough with that. So yeah, I'll just see what this coming Sunday brings. Sunday what date is it now? The 1st. So it'll be Sunday the 5th. I'll weigh in again. Well, I'll do an update. I'm weighing daily, because that's what the Team RH app, wants you to do. So I'm hoping that I'll see another loss, and I'll continue seeing that. I think I'm going to do I've got one more dose in this 15mg injection left. So I need to reorder that soon. But I'm thinking I might do one more month on the 15mg, and then either knock it on the head or move to, say, the 5mg. Something like that. I don't know. I'm going to speak to the pharmacist about it. I'll book a phone call with them and just see what they advise. But my mind is now kind of getting to the point where I'm kind of looking forward and thinking, right, when can I stop this medication? I don't want to be on it forever. This year and probably the following year, you know, we're going to have other financial priorities, and this injection is so damn expensive, and I'm getting to the point now where I'm kind of feeling like it's more of a luxury than a life-saving medication, which it was at the beginning. Let's be honest. So I'm gonna order this next one, speak to the pharmacist, and just, you know, see what's what. Obviously, they're probably going to try and persuade me to stay on it a bit longer, aren't they? But we'll see. We'll see what they say. So in terms of 2025, so I've been thinking about this. Obviously, you know, New Year's resolutions and all of that kind of thing. It does get you thinking, doesn't it? And I suppose for me, at the moment, my time is so taken up with my master's degree, that I don't really have a lot of spare time to focus on a great deal else. However, my goal so I had a few goals last year, and I think I did them. I think I more than did them, actually. So one of them was to get my driving done, which I did. Another one was, it's a silly one really, but it was a big one for me, was to stop being a knob and be not scared of speaking on camera. So that's another one. But I think moving forward, for kind of looking to 2025, I need to get this master's degree finished. That's a given. I'm not in any way going to be giving up on that or anything. So that's, you know, pretty much boxed off. Aside from that, and kind of related, I really want to finish my website, and I want to kind of start building a decent business around that website, or starting the foundations of it at least. Just making some kind of progress with my health and social care nerd brand. I've got a few ideas and a few kind of directions that I might go in, but obviously encompassing all of that is the master's degree, my journalism. So it will kind of be very journalism focused in a lot of ways. So I'm not entirely sure which way I want to go with it. Like I say, I've got a few little ideas and different directions that I could take it in. But I need to kind of sit down and figure that out. And obviously I don't want to kind of blurt everything out now. One, I don't want people stealing my ideas. And two, you know, I've got nothing kind of solid set in place yet, so I don't want to kind of be saying, oh, I'm going to do this and this, and then not have it anywhere near done. So yeah, so I want to at least make a good, decent start on building that brand, that website, the business side of it, and try and start earning some money from it. That is the goal eventually, is to kind of be earning some kind of income from all this work I've put into the journalism and all the work I've put into the health and social care stuff as well. So yeah, so that is really the main focus for 2025. And, you know, I was going to set myself a weight goal for the end of 2025, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to pressure myself like that. You know, I've done so well so far. If I don't put any weight on, over 2025, then that'll be great. And anything I lose independently of the injections is going to be an achievement. But I know if I stick to the app and I stick to, remember all the lessons that I've learned over these past 6 months or so, then I can't go far wrong, can I? And that's kind of where I'm at with the weight, kind of the health side of things. Oh, and I've obviously got to keep going to the gym. But that's not going to go anywhere. So yeah. In terms of other things for 2025, we need to get out of this house. So we've kind of done some work on the financial side of things in terms of getting us in a healthier position for buying somewhere. But there's a lot more that we need to do, and there's a lot more that we could be doing. So I think the other major thing is kind of sitting back again, looking at where we're at with things financially, and kind of coming up with a new revised plan for the next 12 months. And we will get there. The biggest thing that's got in our way kind of over 2024 has been, in terms of like financial things, is the fact that I've been on this injection. So it has been a huge kind of financial impact for us. Unfortunately, that's the way it is at the moment. I could have waited a couple of years to see if it came out on the NHS, in which time I could have had a stroke, or something bad could have happened to me. At the point where I went on the injection, I was in a very bad way, physically and mentally, to be honest. So, priorities change, don't they? Unfortunately, things get in the way. But, I've made the most of it. I've got what I needed from it. I'm not in perfect health now, don't get me wrong. There's still a lot of work to do, but it's bought me a lot of time, and it's given me a really kind of strong start for 2025. So that's good. One thing that I want to say to anyone watching this, in 2025, don't compare yourself to anybody. If I see one more post on social media, on YouTube, whatever, of these toxic, messed up people posting day in my life videos of them being so productive and so perfect in every move they make every single day, I'm going to scream. I just think it's just so awful seeing some of the stuff. It's got me really fired up. I saw a video the other night. Was it a Drew Gooden video? I can't remember now. But I just thought, oh my God, he's so right. There's just so many people on social media and on YouTube, wherever, posting these videos where every single aspect of their life is so perfect and so polished, and they're so productive, and they're earning all this money, and they're doing this, that and the other, and it's just not realistic. It's just not real. And, I think for me personally, in 2025, one of my other goals is to make sure that I take time for myself. I just think this busy culture is so toxic and so messed up. It's okay to take time for yourself, and it's okay to not be busy all the time and doing this, that and the other all the time. So yeah, if you can have one goal for 2025, I would suggest that it's just to stop comparing yourself. What you need to remember is the only person you should be in competition with or comparing yourself to, anything like that, is yourself. As long as you're happy with where your life is going and you're happy with what you're doing and you're content with all of that, then that's okay. And anything else outside of that is just noise. So I would say just focus on your own goals, your own happiness, your own peace. I went to university college and university, 40 years old. And I graduated from my first degree with a first class honours when I was 42. 42. I'm getting old. My memory's not good. I passed my driving test last year. I was 44 years old. So as long as you're achieving what you want to achieve at the right time for you, then nothing else matters. So yeah.